Welcome to Digital Hospitality. I am your host, Sean Walchef. This is a Cali BBQ Media production. We are in Bonita, California at Funky Fries and Burgers with my man, Sebastian. Welcome to Digital Hospitality.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Oh man, I can't tell you how fired up I am. So you are an Instagram, YouTube phenomenon. Your brand is the essence of digital hospitality, which is why I was so excited to come and talk to an operator, somebody that is already at location number 3. This is location number 3, correct?
Location number 3, yeah.
Okay, so location number 3. When did you guys first open? Your first footprint was?
First footprint was 2016. We opened up in about a 400 square foot location, and honestly, ever since then, took to social media. Started getting that food porn, those good videos.
Food porn?
Yep.
I've heard about food porn.
You heard of that a few times?
Food porn is a good thing. It's actually a good thing to get likes and get engagement.
Exactly, yeah. So we just started creating that content, and before you know it, a few of these, insider cheese, all these food sites picked us up, and
how did they pick you up? Because I think that's important because
it's
everyone wants
content.
to grow their Instagram account.
So the major thing to grow an Instagram account or to grow any account is to have content.
Yes. Content is king, so they say.
Content is king, yeah. Beautiful pictures, a lot of action shots, or people love cheese pulls. Anything that you can do to get their attention.
Yes.
And make them hungry, and that's just the name of the game. So we just had put out so many videos, pictures, all that kind of stuff, and
Instagram first or Instagram Facebook or
Facebook.
Instagram Facebook, yeah. Okay.
So then they reached out. They said, "Do you mind if we take all these videos and pictures and compile them and make a video?" I was like, "Hell yeah, of course." So
wait, I think that's important because there's a lot of times in old business, the way people would think is, well, you're going to be stealing my recipes. You're going to be stealing my concept.
Yeah, that's like you said, the old way of thinking.
Why is that an old way of thinking?
I mean, no one's going to steal concept. I mean, yeah, there's people that are going to steal
concepts. Because it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
because it's so fucking hard.
If it was easy, everyone would open a restaurant. It's not easy
yes.
to do so. So, yeah, man, they took it, and there's videos right now on YouTube and Facebook. You just go on the sites and find them. 7 million views, 10 million views. And
that's
from there,
insane.
Yeah.
7 million, 10 million.
Yeah, I mean, big numbers. So.
And part of the reason why I was so excited to talk to you is the video that you did with East County Eats, which is Kyle Whistle, who's also been on Behind the Smoke.
That video itself has like 3.5 million.
3.5 million views on East County Eats, by far his most popular.
Definitely.
And I watch Kyle do his thing because he's a gangster. He's selling for Zillow. He sold our condo. He helped us buy our house in East Lake.
Definitely.
He's absolutely.
He's good at what he does.
He literally is the Gary Vaynerchuk, the mayor of San Diego. He does exactly what he's supposed to do, but also he does it in a video way. I mean, it's funny that we're talking about it because it was him and Brian that came in when Derek and I were recording our podcast with them, and they brought in a Mevo camera. So we were always audio first in our podcast for Behind the Smoke until Mr. Kyle Whistle brought this Mevo camera in, and he's like, "You don't mind if I record, do you?" Of course not. Go ahead and fucking record.
Yeah, exactly.
Derek and I, right after that episode, we bought a Mevo camera so that we could record, which is what more podcasters are starting to understand, that it's not just audio, it's video, but there's another component, it's the written word. And the final piece, which is the digital hospitality piece, is the in-person interaction.
Yeah.
So part of our thesis on this podcast, on this YouTube show, is to find people that understand that every business needs to be digital, but every business also needs to be in the hospitality business.
Correct.
And
you
I
are
think,
in the hospitality, whether you like it or not.
You have to be.
Because
if customer service, if doing great customer service, if that's your standard, that's fucking horseshit. Like great customer service is treating someone like a human.
Correct.
Hospitality is going above and beyond. Correct. Before we started this podcast, we started talking about staff and about the things that are ingrained in our blood. And one of the most important things is that no one ever gets ignored. No. When someone walks into your business, they get smiled at, they get greeted. How can we help? Because it's about developing a memorable moment for that person that they're so excited that they have to go digital.
Correct.
They have to go on Instagram, they have to go on Yelp, they have to go on Google to post about your business because no one's treated them like that.
No.
They went down the street, they went to Wendy's, they went to another shop, they went to, I mean, shit, we're in a mall.
Yeah,
and I
they
think
could care less if you're there
They
or
could
not.
give a shit if you can. And it's so important in 2020 and beyond that every single business understands that, like, you have to embrace hospitality in a way that you never have before.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, going to Lowe's or going to Home Depot, my wife, she will pick where she goes based off of how she's treated. Same products.
Yeah.
But it's how they treat her. If she goes, I'm looking for this color paint, and someone actually takes her down and finds that off-white color of paint.
Yeah. Or on the other end, the guy that shrugs and is like, oh,
yeah, oh shit.
Sure,
it's on aisle 16. Go ahead and walk 16 aisles down.
Go that extra mile. You know?
Right?
In my restaurants, if a customer walks in and they're not greeted with a hi, welcome to Funky's, and is it your first time here? Would you like a rundown of the menu? I mean, I'm pulling them in the back right away, and why the fuck are you not giving them the full rundown?
Yes.
You got to give them the full experience because, like you said, customer service, basic customer service, and even good food is almost not good enough anymore.
Correct.
You need to create the experience when they walk in. You know, you got to just hit all points to get that customer back in.
All the points.
Yeah.
And that's part of the digital hospitality is these people have already, the chances are, it's a high likelihood that they've already touched your business on your Instagram account, on your Yelp account, on your Google account. Somebody told them about that.
Yeah.
And that's where they're like, oh shit, that's the place.
Exactly.
They got the video with the 6 million views. Yeah. I got to get that sandwich.
Yeah, majority of people do their research before they come.
My wife does.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the Yelps, the Instagrams, all this stuff, there's really no reason not to. That's why it's so important to make sure you have a good rep, a good name, a good product, good customer service. Well, you know, better above and beyond customer service. Correct. Because, you know, the Yelps are deadly, man.
It's the lifeblood of your business, and you can see just based off of the analytics on Yelp, even without advertising, you can see this user has clicked on directions for your business.
Exactly.
This user has uploaded a photo. This user wrote a review, and like no matter if it's a good review, bad review, by engaging with that customer, the chances are you're probably 10%. And that's generous of restaurants or businesses that even respond.
Oh yeah.
People don't even say thank you for a review, whether it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah, I mean either respond or say thank you. And they actually came out with a new thing, pretty recently, where they made it easy just to say thank you for coming. Or
one button on the business side of Yelp. You can literally click one button to thank somebody for responding.
To thank, exactly. And that makes it easier for us as business owners because
we're busy.
I mean, we're busy. We like to reply. We like to do all these things, but sometimes we can't, and sometimes it's expensive to hire someone that can. So that was a nice thing that they added, just to kind of give those people that gave you a nice review, or even not a nice review, just to say thank you.
We have business owners in all different parts of their journey, whether they have multiple locations, whether they're ready to launch their business, whether they own a brand. But one of the things that I find fascinating is that first oh shit where you're jumping off the cliff and you're like, this is it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get that 400 square feet and we're going to open up a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, man.
Take me back to that.
I mean, honestly, it's a
long time. It seems like a long time ago.
It seems so. Let's see, because it's almost 5 years. 5 years, 4 restaurants sold. It was opened a Mexican restaurant, sold it, and so almost 5 years, opened 4 restaurants, got rid of one. Now I'm 3 Funky Fries only. Huge growth, but this is transparency. Sometimes it's too big of a growth.
Yeah.
So when I started out, I had 0 experience in the restaurant industry. I just had, I was always in my family, gas station, liquor store, always in something in retail, and I had this on paper probably 2 years before I even opened. Mm-hmm. Just the recipes.
Now these are things you cook at home, or things that you had just seen.
Honestly,
wanted.
I've always been a business owner, or I've always wanted to own my own business, or always run the family business. I knew I was never going to work for anyone.
Yeah.
So I said fuck it, and I just wrote everything down, put it on paper, and I didn't know when the right time was going to be. I just wanted to have it, throw it in my safe. Cool. We actually had a little spot open up in in our strip mall that's located next to our store. And I was like, you know what, man, fuck it. Let's just try this. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
So started it up.
Were you married at the time?
Not married, just fucking, no responsibility, but not, in my head I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. If I take a loss, I lose.
What's the worst
What's the worst? I lose 60, 70
At least
grand.
I fucking tried.
I tried it. It is what it is.
Yep.
So tried it, literally never
What
been,
year?
never
What year
been
was
in a
this?
kitchen. 2016.
2016,
Yeah.
okay.
So never been in a kitchen, I never held a fucking spatula, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So some friends of the family, they were cooks. They left one of their jobs, came in and just kind of helped me put it all together. You know, I said, I want to make a garlic aioli. I have no idea how to make a garlic aioli. You
Yeah.
know, I just know it from eating it or whatever.
Sure.
So they helped me put all this stuff together, helped me get my way around the kitchen, helped me perfect some recipes. And then from there, just opened up, like, you know, started these videos, started posting on Instagram.
So where would the concept come from? Was it food porn right out the bat?
It was kind of,
like,
well,
I'm making the food porn restaurant.
So here's really how it went was I wanted to just open cause I'm sure, bro, you're a foodie, probably just like me.
Absolutely.
I would go to a taco shop and fucking, hey, can I?
I have an opinion about food. Shocking, right?
Yeah, exactly.
My wife has a couple opinions about food too.
But I would just put different shit on carne asada fries or just do that. So it just hit me, you know, like I said, a few years before I even opened, just like a custom fry shop. It was just gonna be funky.
Amazing.
It was just gonna be funky fries. So then I'm putting all this stuff together, and
you have fucking mac and cheese on top of fries. I showed my son. My son's almost 3 years old. The video before we came and did this podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Dad!" Like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah, now we're talking." Like, exactly, we're talking.
You appeal to that,
fucking,
you
it's
know.
really smart.
Yeah, exactly. So
Those are two of his favorite things on this earth.
That was it, man. I mean, and then the way it came to funky fries and burgers, you know, it was strictly fries, and then you make the pizza burger, and I'm like, the pizza fries, and you're like, all right, I can make a fucking pizza burger. I already have half the shit anyway, so you know, let's make a pizza burger. Tried it, it was amazing. Same thing, you know, we had bacon mac and cheese fries.
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's make a bacon mac and cheese burger, and then that's when me and one of the cooks that helped me out in the beginning, we made a fried mac and cheese patty.
That's
fried
incredible.
mac and cheese patty, and that was like, I know they had it back east, but that was like the first out here. No one had that stuff. So then it just started slowly. You know, we just added the burgers, and it became funky fries and burgers, and the shakes also. I mean, we're known for our freak shakes, and we have
Freak shakes.
Yeah,
Like Instagrammable shakes.
Instagrammable shakes.
Boom.
That's what it's about, man.
It is.
No one gives a fuck about
You
a
eat with your
regular
eyes.
chocolate shake
No, you fucking eat
with
with your
whipped cream
eyes.
and a cherry.
Absolutely.
They want, you know, you seen those crazy Bloody Marys
we
with the
know all
bacon
about the Bloody
and
Marys. We
this
see
and
them.
that and, you know, all that stuff. That's what they want to see. They want to take a picture
fucking
of it.
fried chicken
They might
in
not
the
even
Bloody
eat
Mary.
it.
No, exactly. They just
They
want to
just
take
take the
photos.
picture.
Correct.
But that's the beauty of social media. They bought it. That's cool. We made our money on it. They're taking a picture. If they don't eat it, that's on them. But the next person seeing that, what the fuck is that?
I want that.
Look at that fucking thing dripping with this, and it's got a cupcake, and boom, boom. And then that person comes in. That's what it's about. That's what, you know, social media is for. It's for creating that content, creating that, what the fuck, oh my God, you know,
We
the
put
hype.
a rubber duck in a fishbowl cocktail.
I saw that.
Literally multiple different types of ducks. And now we've branched out. Now we have turtles and we have all different kinds of fuck. But it's literal. We had a fishbowl, which is a big, large Mai Tai drink.
Yeah.
Everyone has that. But then for the photo shoot, we put a fucking rubber duck in the fishbowl.
Blew up.
We accidentally printed that picture of the fishbowl with the rubber duck on the menu. And then people started ordering it and they go, "Where's my rubber duck?"
Oh, no shit.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We started ordering rubber ducks. Now I'm in the rubber duck business.
That's it. Yeah.
All kinds of rubber fucking ducks. But it's
Now
funny.
you got to put your name on the
Yeah.
rubber duck. They take it home.
Exactly.
And when they're taking a bubble bath, they're gonna see it, and they're gonna go back to fucking Cali barbecue.
But that is the evolution of the world that we live in, because
Yeah.
it is visual and because it is audio and because it is, you want to taste it, but you also, it's a shareable thing. You
Yeah.
know, you want to see it, and it gives you that desire to want to go to that business. And I think one of the most interesting things for me on the business side is you can want to have a food porn business and you can make a bunch of incredible food that looks sexy one time, but in order to make it a business, you have to be able to make that shake or that fry with a line of 15 people who want the same thing.
Yes,
Can you tell me about the operational challenges of ticket times and getting food like that out?
That was
sexy food out.
Yeah, sexy food. I mean,
Sexy
really,
food takes time.
It is what it
you
is.
gotta put lipstick on. You gotta dress that fucker up.
The whole thing. I mean, what I learned, and you know, learning from. I love to I would love to just talk to you, and just get your advice. So I know a lot of restaurant guys. So just talking to them and, you know, having zero restaurant experience, it's like consistency on
Sure.
top of the good food. If it's good, make sure it's always good.
Quality.
The quality control and
Ray Kroc. You have you have a fucking Big Mac here, and you have a Big Mac in Bulgaria. It's the same fucking Big Mac.
It's the fucking same, exactly.
You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. So with the freak shakes and all that stuff and ticket times, when we brought them, when we started making them, we timed ourselves when we made it. So if there was something that was taking too long to do, I would.
Well, how long?
A freak shake probably from start to finish takes about 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, they could get them out sooner. That's what I did is
Well, you have to have a standard.
I took the
Is it a
person that took
5-star?
the
Is it a
longest
5-star?
to-
Yeah. Is it a 5-star Yelp review that's going to come of it, or is
Exactly.
it a 2-star? Like,
Exactly.
you can get it out.
Yeah.
Like, we can get a tailgater out, but if it's shitty food,
Correct.
like, I don't want it going out.
Exactly.
Don't fucking put it out.
Exactly.
Like, just don't
and that's
do
what
it.
I tell that's what I tell the employees. If it doesn't look good to you, if you wouldn't eat it,
If you
throw
don't
it
want to
away.
take a photo of it, right
Exactly.
when it hits the table, don't fucking take it out.
Yeah,
Don't
send
bring it out. Don't bring it
Yeah.
out on the
I'm
floor.
not even gonna get mad.
Yeah.
You don't like
No,
it, boss. I
absolutely.
don't like this way.
We'll fix the other problem.
Exactly.
Because there's a
Exactly.
different problem that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the freak shakes. I'm sure we'll get some shots of them. We prep the rims every morning, so we
Okay.
prep like 5, 10.
So you got pars.
Yes.
So you have pars based off of volume for each different
Yeah,
location.
we know roughly how much
Yeah.
we're selling. We know how it goes, and I mean sometimes you sell out and then you're making them to order. That's when
Yep.
it starts to take 10, 12 minutes.
Correct.
Because you're whipping up these rims from scratch, and you'll see it's they're placing candy. They're making it really beautiful to make that experience for those people to take
Absolutely.
those pictures. There's places that try and mimic and
It's pictures and video.
yeah, and they'll
Yeah.
just fucking put some whipped cream and dab it and some stuff. It looks like shit, So there's a reason that people come back for this all the time.
It's the exponential power of social media marketing is
Yeah.
that literally it can be on Snapchat, it can be on TikTok, it can be on Facebook, it can be on Instagram, it can be on Instagram stories, but it's not just me as one person going and telling my buddies, hey, I just had this fucking incredible shake.
Yeah.
It's me telling whatever, hundreds of people, some people have thousands, some people have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, where they actually are like, oh shit, that's the spot.
Exactly.
Like you just put a fucking flag in the ground and now I have to go there.
And the thing is also, it has to taste good.
Absolutely it has to taste good. Thank you. No, thank you for saying
that. The thing
that.
is, a lot of people will open these places up, or I
It's
didn't
not
I didn't open it
sustainable.
and
It's
say
not
I'm going to open a food porn place. It just became that. It became that.
What is it? Diet starts tomorrow
Diet
is what it
starts
says on the wall.
Yeah, correct.
Your funky diet.
Yeah.
Funkio.
Yeah. So,
love
but it's like you have to create the gimmick.
Yes.
The gimmick is funky fries, crazy
the brand.
burgers. Yeah, but you have to follow it up with quality.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to come in to say, oh, well, what the fuck is all this shit? And if they come in and it's mediocre, they're never coming
Oh,
back.
absolutely not.
So you got to give them the show. You got to give them, first off, you got to give them the hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give them the rundown of the menu. You got to make them feel like they're wanted. You give them the ooh wow, and then when they taste it, it's got to be ooh wow.
Correct.
If not, I see. I'm sure you see these places closing,
Oh, yeah.
open and closing, daily. So
I mean, that's the most impressive thing is when you can build a brand or a business that's not only sustainable, but that you actually want to open up another location. And you're here on number 3.
Yeah.
And back to what you said, there's challenges. You're open in Plaza Bonita Mall, and
Yeah.
malls across America have their own challenges. Big
Yeah.
box retail are facing their own challenges,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how do I deal with Amazon Prime when my wife can sit in bed and we have 2 young children,
Yeah.
and instead of going down to the mall, fighting parking, coming into a store where she's not greeted,
Yeah.
where if she's looking for her size, no one cares. Like, this floor is messy. It doesn't. The energy isn't there.
exactly.
Instead, she just presses one button on her phone,
Yep.
and the next day somebody brings a package,
Yeah,
and she's
Prime.
like, "It's Christmas." Like every day's Christmas.
Every day's
So
Christmas.
how do you compete with that? You compete with that with experience. You
Yeah.
compete with that with hospitality. You compete with that with quality.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so excited to talk to business owners like you, because it's in your blood. It's in your DNA. You
Yeah.
can't help it.
It's part of the brand.
It is.
It's not
And your greatest opportunity is that we're living through this digital revolution where now your story can be told all over the world.
Yeah.
Your story can help another business owner that's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's the cool stuff about this is, you just get like you said, people are going to see this in New York and, Michigan. It's
Canada,
gonna go everywhere.
Australia.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
we're
just
so
gonna say-
lucky to have people that
Yeah.
listen to digital hospitality, that listen to Behind the Smoke, that continue to follow the journey. Like, we are grateful, and they reach out. They tell us things that resonate with them and things that some business owner says that might have saved them, from some catastrophic spending too much money on a build out, not buying enough insurance.
I can tell you about that.
Oh yeah, tell us about it. I'd love to hear.
I mean, this place. I mean, I'm sure you guys will get some B-roll of this place.
So your first location,
for
400 square feet. Second location, how?
Second location, 1,000 square feet.
1,000.
In
So
Rancho San
that's
Diego.
2.5 times.
Yeah, and then moved the small location over to about 1,800 square feet.
1,800. So now
Yeah.
so you keep adding.
Keep adding.
Okay.
So we don't want to keep adding and make it just huge. We need a certain amount.
Don't do that.
Now you know. Yeah, exactly.
We have 5,700 square feet. If we
Yeah,
open another location, it'll be half that.
Exactly, because you
Less
learn.
is more.
You learn what you
Less
need.
is
You learn what
more,
you don't
yes.
need, and yeah, man. I mean, talking about build outs. I mean, this place.
What was
is
your budgeted
beautiful.
build out?
I mean, 375 was
375 was
on
what-
paper. Wrote
that's
it
what
down.
you-
And I'm pretty decent savvy when it comes to building stuff and
Yeah, you're
knowing
cost effective.
knowing pricing
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But coming here where it's the mall,
Yep.
it's not owner builder, so I built all these places on my own. Me
Correct.
and my pops, or hire people and,
Yep.
and get it done. So you need to have a contractor, and he has to have $7 million in
Yeah, 7 million
insurance. I'm
in
like,
insurance. Correct.
all right. After I signed the lease, I'm like, oh shit.
How long is the lease?
All right, cool. 10 years.
10
5,
years.
5, yeah.
Okay, 5 and 5.
So, yeah, I'm like, fuck. Okay, so there's a cost right there. Boom, 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 and it started building up. And I'm like, all right, I could build this. We're gonna build a canopy in El Cajon, and it was gonna cost me like 30 grand. So I was like, all right, this is gonna cost me. I'm gonna just double it for fun on my numbers. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go high. I always add a little gravy on top.
Sure.
It's gonna cost me 60 grand. This fucking canopy outside cost me like $190,000.
Holy shit.
The motherfucker told me you can land 2 helicopters on there. I
I don't need 2
but I don't need
helicopters on it.
But you know what I mean? They said, but
I need to feed my baby. I have a
Exactly,
newborn.
man.
Is what I need to do.
So
I don't
really,
need 2 helicopters
half,
on my
half
fucking
of what I just
canopy.
budgeted for the whole place
Yeah.
went outside. I don't know that I have to dig 7
Yep.
foot deep caissons, and of course, the contractor. It rained for fucking 4 days.
Of course.
Oh fuck! I lost 4 days. Now I got to bring in this equipment.
Yes.
Cost me an extra 10 grand. There was another foundation, another slab of concrete 2 feet down.
Come on.
Swear to God. So he called me up. I'm having I'm in the hospital. My wife just had our kid.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Which is this is welcome to business. Like when you own a business, life happens.
Correct.
And there's never a great time to have a child, but whenever you have a child is the biggest blessing in the world.
Huge.
It changes everything.
Yeah, changes perspective on a lot of
You
stuff.
forget about the 2 helicopters landing on your thing. And you realize that in the big scheme of things, it will all work itself out if you
Yeah.
keep doing what you want to do.
Yeah. Another funny thing, he said, if there's an earthquake,
When there's
he said,
an earthquake.
he said, tell everyone to come under your canopy.
Oh,
He
yeah?
said they ain't going nowhere.
Okay, good.
So-
I'll be here.
Yeah, exactly. So
You're not far from us.
it's all. But then again, I really stand by. I love to learn from a lesson. You know what I mean?
That's,
if you
people
know,
are scared of mistakes and they're scared
No,
of
it's-
failing.
you have to
That's
learn,
where
man.
the biggest growth happens.
Yeah. So now open another one.
Yeah.
My 375 budget is out the fucking door.
Oh yeah.
If I do something.
If you do something of this size.
Something of this
Or
size.
maybe you
now,
resize
now
it.
you know. Now you learn.
Correct.
So I'll never build a canopy again. I'll fucking tell you that right now.
I promise you, I'll never build a canopy.
Ever.
How about the? Do you guys do delivery?
Yes, we do DoorDash. I'm sorry, we do DoorDash? Yes, DoorDash and Uber.
DoorDash and Uber.
Yeah.
Got it.
Delivery is scary, man.
It's very scary.
It's very scary.
It's like the mafia.
Yeah, I read a stat.
They take half your leg.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Right?
By 2022,
25%.
this was a stat that came out in some kind of tech magazine. I forget where I read it. By 2022, 30 to 40% of your sales will be through tablets.
Yeah.
How fucking scary is that for us?
A lot.
30 to 40% of my business that I'm already struggling to make a penny on,
Correct.
they're going to take 25 to 30% of it.
Correct.
How do you combat that? So now it's like I'm at the point where, okay, fuck it. Do I just get every fucking tablet
Yeah.
and get ahead of the game and adjust? I even thought about kicking them to the fucking curb. I do 10 grand a month in one location and one tablet. I was like, what if I don't have it? Will I get half those customers back? I'll still make more money.
Yep.
So, really to combat it is, and this is something that I share with a lot of people that tell me, oh, they're getting tablets. I said, you have to make these cards. I learned this from a John Taffer.
You have to do what?
I'm gonna tell you right now these cards. So I learned this from a John Taffer. I love watching John Taffer. He's a smart motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he said, obviously he's in more fine dining, not like how I am.
It doesn't.
Personally.
We all will learn from each other if you're willing to listen.
Yeah. So he said the waitress will come over. How was everything? Cool. Oh, everything was great. Here's a card for 20% off next time.
Yeah.
You get that customer back one more time. When they come in and they redeem that 20% card, you give them a 10% card. Or well, this is how I do it: 20-10 and a free dessert. But he was like, okay, try our ribs. Something low cost.
Yep.
Try a half rack of ribs on the house next time.
Yep.
Boom. You bring them back.
Incredible.
In. By the third time, you give them a fucking dessert. Cost you $2. A cheesecake. Hey, you like cheesecake? Here's this for the next time. They came in 3 times. If they're gonna have 3 times a great meal, they're gonna come back
forever,
and they're gonna start paying full price now. Forever. Yeah. They say like the odds are 70 to 80%. If you get someone to come 3 times, you have a customer for life.
Yep.
So I took that and I put it on the. I applied it to
delivery
to tablets. So now when they get their first delivery, I send a 20%. Actually, every delivery gets a 20% coupon
for in-person,
for dine-in or phone order only.
Got it.
So now you try and eliminate the Ubers or whatever and bring them in.
Brilliant.
And hopefully they're going to spend some more. When they come redeem that 20,
we're going to do that.
I shoot them a 10. You should do that.
We will do that.
Absolutely, you have to.
No, we absolutely will.
Because you have to combat it somehow.
You're absolutely right.
So when they do that, I give them a 10.
Something that we talk about in our management meetings every week. And back to, so everything we talk about, we'll put links in the show notes, but I heard John Taffer on Gary Vaynerchuk's Ask Gary V, and he broke that down very well for restaurant owners.
Yes.
So we'll put a link in there to that episode, but that's very,
it
very
was like,
important.
I was like, fuck, this guy's fucking
It's very important.
Real quick, it was,
Absolutely.
So,
because we're all creatures of habit.
Yes.
So if we start building in habits, like we all know where we go, and back to having a family and raising kids, like you're gonna go where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So if me and my wife decide that, okay, we're comfortable bringing our kids here, or we're comfortable, we know we like that food, we're gonna call, and that's gonna become part of our routine, whether it's once a week, whether it's once a month. Like we have a list. These are the places that we go, and these are the places we don't go. You need to get on that list.
Exactly.
If you're not on that list, you will not sustain the business.
And that's how you got it, and you just have to hook them.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 times.
Yes.
Boom, they love it.
Absolutely.
And that goes back. You got to have a flawless 3 times.
Flawless.
You have to have that customer service. You got to have the gimmick. You got to follow it up with the quality, because not being consistent on those 3 points, you'll get fucked. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's
so important.
And unfortunately, people are looking. They're looking to pick you out. They're looking to pick you apart.
For sure.
That's why,
it goes back to, and you can't build a sustainable model on a gimmick discount either, which is why Groupon never works.
Never.
Is that because if we discount our tailgater, which is our not all you can eat, but it's all of our slow smoke meats, family style for 5 people, and it's $70, but that's the best $70 you'll spend at the restaurant. That's what we make all of our money on. That's our number one to go. But if we do a Groupon where that's half off and someone can pay $35, why would they ever want to pay $75?
Never.
They're never going to pay that.
Never.
It's the same thing when you do any kind of Groupon, which is why this is different. 20%, that's fine. 20% you can live with the acquisition cost of a lifetime generational customer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you try and get them in also. It's 20% is to combat the 25 or 30.
Correct.
That you're gonna lose.
Correct.
So you might make 5 or 10% more, and then you give them that 10%, and they might say, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna order on here. I'm gonna save 10% plus delivery fees, all that stuff, and come in." But then that's when you hook them with the experience.
Sure.
They're not gonna be able to order a freak shake to go.
Yep.
They're not gonna hear someone, "Hey, Bill, welcome back." They're not gonna hear that. So that's the whole part of the hospitality and everything, like you're saying, is you just really have to create an experience from start to finish.
So how many employees do you have now?
I believe 55 between all 3.
55.
55.
Woo! Just like us.
Fuck. Man.
55 people. How do you motivate in this day and age?
I mean, money and hours is not even enough anymore.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You have the great core set of people that you start off with, and
absolutely.
but then there's going to be the people that come and go, and you can't do anything about those guys.
All you can do is do what you're doing, and that's stay true to your brand and stay true to who you are, and people will be compelled to work at places that are doing things differently.
Yeah.
That aren't just doing things just for the paycheck or just for the hours. You're teaching someone life skills that most likely they're at a young age, they're at an entry-level position, but they're learning hospitality that they'll never learn if they just go to school or if they just go to an office job.
Yeah.
What you learn when you actually have to ask someone and take them through your menu, take them through why it's important that they ordered the things that they order, help them anticipate needs. Oh, you have a child, would you like a high chair? Like all those things, those are that anticipation of understanding. It's not just answering the phone because the phone rang.
Exactly.
It's knowing what to say when the phone rings.
Name, you got we have to say your name. Make sure you say the location. I mean, it's just we could go on and on about how detail oriented we have to be as owners to tell these people how to act and react to customers.
I would love for you to talk about your choice to use one Instagram account instead of 3.
To be honest with you, I just know that we grew one so large, and I know that I was able to grow it during the Instagram kind of boom.
Yes.
I knew that I wasn't going to be able to replicate it once, twice. So one account, it's almost 20,000 followers, all organic, no bots, no nothing was used. So those are people that really follow you and engage with you. I didn't feel like we were going to be able to do that. So you put all the locations, and then you do specials per location. I
think it's really smart.
Yeah,
I think
it's more work.
It's a lot more work to do it, but it's also. Do you have the same menu at all 3 locations? Yeah. So same menu, that helps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That helps.
If I had different menus, that would probably be a big point where I would do something different, because you're taking pictures of obviously not the same things. Yeah. So that would probably be a deciding factor. But
these are all important things that you all. I mean, because it's not just Instagram, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Yelp. I mean, Yelp is a different business location, physical address, which you have to have a separate page, but all those things have to be updated.
Yeah. Constantly.
Right? Constantly.
Constantly.
You have to feed the beast, the internet beast, the digital beast.
And it's always fucking hungry.
It's always hungry. What kind of plans do you have for this year, 2020?
Honestly, man, I
like honesty.
Yeah, I mean, we took off 400 square feet, right? Yeah. Crazy. Doing like 90 grand out of 400 square feet.
Insane.
Unheard of.
That's insane.
I told one of my guys, he's a stock guy, he said that's more per square foot than Shake Shacks. But obviously it's 400 square feet.
It's amazing.
But it's a cool,
it's fucking insane.
Cool
stat. The 400
you know?
Square feet, is it just a window? I mean, how big is the kitchen? 380? 380
yeah, no, it was probably 70 square foot, 80 square feet of
holy shit.
Entryway.
How many fryers?
2 fryers.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, bro.
My God.
5, 6 people in the kitchen, But
that's impressive shit.
Yeah,
that's like fucking Manhattan shit.
Yeah, I mean, we grew really fast and we're very fortunate. This place, I'm not gonna say I rushed into it, but basically what I'm trying to say is don't go too fast. Go fast, strike while the iron's hot. Don't go too fast. For anyone listening, that's the major thing, and especially if you have a I'll take myself for example. Blew up, crazy. People are coming out of the woodworks. I want to franchise. I want to take this. Let's take it here. Let's do this. Keep that to yourself. Don't go for the quick money yet. My goal is to franchise. Not now. When I'm ready to do it, I'll do it. Because listen, I don't want to manage 60 fucking people my whole life or more. You know, as I grow.
Yeah, for sure.
The goal for this year is to really just dial in these 3.
Yep.
Maybe towards the end of the year, open a 4th. Midway through the year, we'll talk about it. As long as all these are on point and on pace to keep growing. And I'm already in the works for the franchise paperwork and policies and procedures and all that stuff. That's the goal. And you have 2 kids. I got 2 kids. I'm not trying to work fucking 70 hours a week anymore.
Well, it goes back to, do you want to work in your business or on your business.
Correct. And you can, and that's,
like there's a point where you have to be in your business.
Absolutely.
As you're growing, you have to be in it.
You have to be.
I mean, I have one location. We're 11 years in, but like I know now where we're going to go, and that's doing media.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to add clients to our media roster to help them do what we've done. But back to your point is that you got to find your playground.
Yeah.
You know, what is your playground? What is your core component that drives you every single morning to wake up, to do what you do, to build your brand?
Yeah.
But then all the other stuff, there's other people that can probably do it better than us.
Absolutely.
And like that's as a man, it's probably one of my biggest weaknesses. Really, dude, I don't have to do it. I can actually probably hire somebody that will do a better job than me.
Yeah.
Opening the restaurant, closing the restaurant,
exactly,
doing the checklist. Like,
and
guess what? My general manager, Eric, he does that fucking 500 times better than I could ever do. Because I just can't. I have to do something else.
Yeah.
No, it's in my fucking blood. I can't help myself.
Yeah, man. You gotta find where you're the most productive. Because I could go work the kitchen every day. What am I doing? I'm working in the business. I'm not looking for new locations.
Yep.
I'm not looking on ways on how to improve. It's just like you said. If you're working in it, you can't work on it.
Yes.
So that's a whole nother topic. You could talk about employment and
no, for sure. Well, one thing I do want to talk about is family business, because Vianne, who's your sister, she works me out and she works out Jim Trotter at 10th Planet Spring Valley. We've had Andy Murad on the podcast. We've had Prince Tiger Smalls
nice, great guys
on the podcast as well. They have an incredible business. Their gym, they're trying to open up another. I know Andy's trying to open up another location. But your sister, she is a fucking tough.
Oh man,
she is very tough. She
both of them. She's a twin, so they're both crazy.
So, but they also help out in the business.
Oh yeah,
and like that's part of the village mentality. My family, growing up in restaurants, you kind of have to.
Yeah, but that's part of the growth. I couldn't have had open total of 4 restaurants in this almost 5 years without, honestly, my sister's mom, dad. Mom runs all the back end stuff, payroll, does everything.
People have to get paid.
Exactly.
There's no shop.
And they help me with operations. They're the ones. If it wasn't for them, I couldn't grow how I'm growing. And I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have stayed with one if it was just a one-man show. Who knows what would have happened? So they are a big factor and a big reason of why I am where I am. And my pops is a fucking handyman. He knows like 60% of everything.
That's great.
He could do like a 60% of a plumbing job, or he just knows everything, man. So he probably saves me on every build $20,000
for sure.
Just easy on shit that he can do.
Yeah.
So he's a huge help. Everyone's a huge help. It's definitely a family affair over here. But like I said, I wouldn't probably be where I am without them. There's no way.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you about is your wife, because I know for myself that no man can accomplish anything he wants if he doesn't have a stronger woman at home.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about.
I mean, she is very supportive. I think in this business you don't really have it. You have to be supportive, because we come home sometimes we're stressed. We're fucking
the amount of hours,
the amount of hours. And I mean,
whatever you planned for your day, once you get into it
and
you're in operations,
never works.
All of a sudden, my goal is to always be proactive and not reactive.
Yeah.
When I was managing the restaurant, it was all reactive to what was happening, and it wasn't me being proactive. So back to on and in the business. But you're absolutely right, is you have to have somebody that understands, hey, when I get home, I might not even want to talk about any of it.
Yeah.
Or I might want to tell you about every fucking thing that happened.
Yeah, and you don't even need to respond.
You don't even, just let me vent.
I could talk to a fucking wall at that point. Let me tell you how fucking 6 cooks didn't show up today, and I'm working 3 locations, 3 shifts. You know?
Exactly.
It is what it is. But you definitely, like I said, if it wasn't for my immediate family, it would be hard to grow. And if it wasn't to have a strong wife at home and someone that you could talk to, and even someone that, she's not in the restaurant industry, she doesn't know shit about this stuff, but someone that can even give you an opinion of, because, you're someone on the outside looking in might even see something that you're not seeing. So
correct.
She's given me.
But she knows you.
Yeah, she knows me.
She knows you better than anyone on this planet.
Definitely.
So just you saying the things and being vulnerable with her helps her give you guidance, and I know that for myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that the more that I share,
like,
the more
really?
that I share with my wife,
Yeah.
the more that she gives me advice that no one else can give me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
They're smarter than we think.
much smarter than we think. And they're always right too. That's for sure.
Fuck. Damn right. If you're watching, you're right.
You're right, baby. You know you're right. So, how can people find you? Just Google. Ask Alexa.
Yeah.
Ask Siri.
Anything you want. You type in Funky Fries and Burgers, we're popping.
And if we don't show up, then you're pissed.
then
we're
got a
gonna
problem.
figure it out. We got a fucking problem.
Yeah. Type in Best Burger in San Diego, you'll probably catch us.
Boom.
We did the Reader event. They do the Best Burger in San Diego burger and beer event. Their first year, we won first place. Second year, second place. Third year, it was like either best in show or most unique burger, something like that. But three years in a row, fucking headlining that. You know, everyone was just. Before we started, we had a line of maybe 60 people, and everyone else was empty. But they just wanted to try Funky Fries.
That's the best.
It was crazy, man.
That's the best.
We won first time best burger with our pulled pork burger. Second year with our bacon mac and cheese burger.
Nice.
And the third year, I think that's why I won. It was either best in show or most unique. I put them both together and I made a pulled pork burger with a fried mac and cheese patty, and people were just fucking losing it, bro.
That's
they were like,
fantastic.
Yeah, they were tripping
That is
out.
fucking fantastic.
And everyone's giving samples.
Yeah.
You know, fucking like this. They're coming to us and they're getting a quarter of a big.
That's a great point. No, that's a great point. If you get invited to participate in a food event,
You gotta
or
show up.
like, treat it like a fucking Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
treat it like it is the most important thing. And I don't
Yeah.
care if you're going to a church, if you're going to a local fire station. If you leave your four walls and you go somewhere, go with everything.
You have to.
bring your fucking A team.
Yeah.
And bring it.
I could have just did a classic
Otherwise, what the
burger.
fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Who's
I
gonna
mean, so
come?
many
Who's gonna come
people-
see you for a regular burger? You know.
So many people, they send their new staff or staff that don't care.
I do
Like,
ev- I
you
do
get,
every single
Get your
event.
fucking ass there. Like,
Yeah.
I was there. My wife, when
Yeah.
we first started, we would be at everything. And
I'm
even
afraid.
now,
I'm
only,
afraid to not go.
Absolutely.
You know, even if I'm not.
Because that's an opportunity.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. I mean, there's, I think, like 2,000 people, you know, come to these things.
Yes.
So if you get, I know for sure because I would hand out coupons.
Yeah.
That are from the Reader event.
Beautiful.
For them to
So
come
you
in.
knew.
So I know.
So you knew.
How many? Am I really getting across? Because
Yeah.
I won't even do the fucking event anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting it anymore, it's not a waste of a day, but you know, it's money, it's time, it's labor, it's everything.
Yes.
So, but if I'm not getting something
Purpose
from
driven.
it, yeah.
Yes.
So, but all 3 years that I did it, I mean, social media, hundreds of people
Correct.
tagging us,
Yes.
hundreds of shares, people coming in redeeming those coupons because they like the
Yes.
sample. That's what it's about. If I don't win fucking first place, second, who cares? The food,
It's the
give them the good
magic.
food.
It's literally the digital hospitality magic is when you activate off-site.
Yeah.
When you activate off-site and you do it the same way you do it at your shop,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, I'm exposed to all these people right in front of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I met the owner.
Yeah,
the owner was
exactly.
here.
And I got my dad yelling in line, try
vendors.
Funky Fries and Burgers, come on down. And you know, people are like, hey, that guy Sam, man, Sam the owner, he's fucking great. I'm like, yeah, he's amazing, you know. But he's that guy, you know. He was
It's the best.
Yeah,
You got to put your
we had
characters. You got to put your characters in the right play.
The market we had next to my original location, we had it for 33 years. So they would, you know, my dad was like a staple. In
Of
Oklahoma,
course.
You know, Sam the mayor, they used to call him.
Sam the mayor.
So it's,
Vote for Sam. I like
vote
that.
for Sam, exactly.
Well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We're going to do a behind-the-scenes YouTube episode. Obviously, you've made us very fucking hungry for some of these shakes
Yeah,
and
let
burgers
me take
and
care of you
fries.
guys, man. Let me take care of you
But
guys.
subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cali BBQ Media. Obviously, check out Funky Fries and Burgers on
Yeah.
Instagram, on Facebook. You guys on Twitter?
No Twitter.
You will be afterwards.
Let's do it.
We'll get you set up.
Let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
Get them on Twitter.
Let's do some Twitter.
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, yeah.
Yeah, LinkedIn. Okay, we're gonna put all those links in the show notes. Stover's gonna make that happen. But thank you for subscribing to the podcast. And,
Thanks for having me.
We'll check you out. Check you guys out next week. Thanks.